borderline personality disorder. This is kind of something I've been thinking about doing for a while, because as you all know, I'm a merchandiser, and so a lot of my job entitles driving from store to store. What a great opportunity to kill two birds with one stone. So I have a hard time keeping up with the original premise for this channel, which is having borderline personality disorder, trying to deal with it, and keeping a journal. And with borderline personality disorder, I've found that a lot of the time, what I'm feeling really passionate about and really strongly at one moment in the day, and I really want to do a video on, discuss, and talk about, well, by the time I actually get around to making my video later on, I'm totally on a different topic, and then, well, there's one video I missed making, and, you know, I might not even get back to that topic. So I got a bit of a long drive here. I mean, not horribly long, about 20 minute, maybe 30 minute drive to my next store and then drive back. So I just thought I'd turn on the camera and I'd talk to you guys about some stuff while I drive, instead of the normal just listening to crappy music. I mean, why not, right? And there's some stuff I really want to discuss with you all. So, let's see, where do I want to start? Well, let's follow up with yesterday's video, which was talking about fear, and that the only thing holding me back is fear. Which is true, fear of the unknown. But is it really true? Is that really what's holding me back? There's that better? Because I don't know if it is. Someone responded on my video yesterday, and I want to thank them for doing so. Hold on. There we go. I don't know if the camera will stay there, but I think it's a better shot. I didn't want you guys to have to see, I don't know. I didn't like that other shot, so we're gonna, hopefully you don't go flying off the dash. We'll see. I'll try not to drive too crazy. Okay, getting back. So, someone responded on my video yesterday, and thank you, by the way, for the response. I always love it when any of you respond to my videos, because normally they're very positive and they let me look at it in a different way that maybe I haven't been looking at it. Except for Harry Johnson's videos, which Harry Johnson's a friend of mine, and he likes to be a smartass a lot, so he fucks up my comments section a lot by putting fucking shit on there that I don't find appropriate, and it kind of pisses me off, to be honest, because I really am serious about this channel and my mission for this channel. I've got another channel where Harry Johnson can say all the stupid shit he wants. You can go to Creepy Rapey Pervy Face's channel, and Creepy Rapey Pervy Face, fuck, that's not a serious channel. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Now, I believe in free speech, and that's why I don't take his comments down or whatever. I did at first, but now I've decided, you know, I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that fucking start taking comments down. Because eventually people are going to start sending me comments, you know, like, I hate you, you got an ugly face, you know, I want to fuck your mom, I wish I could stab you. And, well, if I'm going to take down Harry Johnson's smart-ass funny comments because I think, you know, him making light of the situation is a bit insulting, well, what am I going to do when people really start criticizing my channel, you know? So it made me think, no, I can't be one of those YouTubers. Just because I might not like it, you know, maybe somebody else will like it. Fuck, I knew that was going to happen. Hold on, guys. You there? I got to get a way to mount that. Hold up. I'm going to get in a rut trying to fix that. Okay, here we go. Fuck. We might have to pull over and try this again. Hold up. There's got to be a spot. As we go off the road. All right. we're gonna hope that works. Fuck, we almost got in a wreck. Okay, getting back to censorship. I don't want to be censoring anybody's comments. So I encourage you to comment, say whatever you want. That's what it's there for. So, the person that responded yesterday was trying to be helpful. And they were helpful. They let me think about it in a different way. And basically what they were getting at was that maybe my job is my identity. And the fear that I'm feeling is a lack of identity if I quit my job. I mean, who am I if I don't, you know, if I'm not the merchandiser, who am I? And they brought up a very good point that I had not even considered, which was, as a borderline, we have a lack of self, of identity, and so we need others to establish our identity, to you know, reinforce the fact that we are and what we are, because we don't know, and that this job is probably the only thing that I really have that, you know, gives me an identity. So without it, I would have no identity. I would cease to be. Which was very, very insightful, I thought. Now that I've said nice things, I'm going to have to disagree. Because I don't associate myself as the merchandiser. That's not the way I see myself. That's not my identity. And here's why. A couple months back, I started a YouTube channel. And I used a thing from my past that was hurtful, and it stuck with me for years, and I established my identity based off that. My YouTube channel is a creepy, rapey, pervy face, and it's not just a clever name. Here's the story behind it. Back in, I think I'm pretty sure it was not elementary school, so it was probably middle school, maybe freshman year of high school. There was this girl that I had a super crush on. And, well, I'm shy, and so I just, you know, stare at this girl from across the room. And this is how bad I had a crush on her. I would skip school and go back for 6th period, because that was the only class that I had with her, was 6th period. And it was a study hall. Yeah, a study hall. So get this. I show up at school in the morning. I would go to 1st period, and 1st period was also like a study hall. But the only reason I went to that one was because I had some friends there. So we'd meet up there and talk and figure out what we were going to do for the day. And then 2nd period, we'd dip out and just go do whatever. But I would always come up with a reason to go back to 6th period. And for some reason, these friends were cool and would actually walk back with me to the school. They'd walk back to the school with me. They didn't always go back to 6th period. Eventually, I did come clean on to why we were going back, and so they encouraged me to just tell this girl, you know, because they were sick of going back to 6th period every day. It's like, dude, just ask her out if you like her, you know, be a man, man up, son. So I did. In the worst possible way ever, I wrote her a love letter. Yeah, I know, horrible, right? I wrote her a love letter. Oh my God. Do not ever write a girl in high school or last year of middle school a damn love letter. Don't ever do it. That's my biggest tip to you. I don't even think people write letters. Nowadays it would be texting, which is just as bad. If there'd been texting back there, it probably would have texted her this. So I slipped the letter in her locker, and then she doesn't respond. She just ignores me, but we still have class together, and we used to sit next to each other in class, because you could sit wherever, and we'd bullshit and talk, you know, during study hall. Well, after she got the letter, I think it creeped her out or whatever. She just thought I was gross. Because then, well, for like the first week after I'd given her the letter, she didn't even show up to that study hall. She was gone for like a week. I don't know if she was ditching or whatever. And then I even heard like some stuff where she was trying to like get transferred out of that class. Like, it was weird. But then eventually she did show back up, and she wouldn't sit next to me anymore. She'd go as far away from me as possible to sit. And she'd like try to find a desk or something that had a bunch of people around it so that, you know, I couldn't move and go sit with her. Now I should have just taken that as a hint, but I was like, she hasn't answered my question. I want to know. Did she get it? I'm thinking maybe she hadn't gotten it. Well, that's interesting. Woo! Trash bag fell off a guy's car. Alright. So being a dumbass, I ended up going and asking her at the end of study hall. And I was like, did you get the letter? And she's like, yeah. She tries to be all nice about it. You know, it's obvious that she's just hoping, really, really hoping that I would have gotten all these hints and just not put her in this difficult position of actually having to, you know, break my heart. I think she was trying to be nice, I really do. And I think I just pushed her to a point, and so she did what she was probably afraid of doing, which was like really hurting my feelings, and she's just like, oh, no, you got a creepy, pervy, rapey face. And then like ran out of the class, and then we never spoke again. Yep. And I was just shocked. I'm like, so she doesn't like me because I have a creepy, rapey, pervy face. And then I kind of forgot about it. But in the back of my mind, I thought about it. I'm like, I have a creepy, rapey, pervy face? And it just, for years and years, it just kind of festered and kept getting worse and worse. And I think had she just said that I had a creepy, pervy face, I might have forgotten about it after the first 5 years, maybe. But the thing that stuck with me for years, I mean years, remember, I just started this YouTube channel where I'm using that name now because of this, because of how bad it hurt my feelings and how many years I thought about it. I'm 35 now. I was like 15, 16 when this happened. That's a lot of years to think about it, and I never told anybody that story in all those years. It was my own little dark secret. You know, but now I use it, you know, as my strength. It's now my identity. I am now creepy, rapey, pervy face. You know, I'm owning it. It's my thing. But the thing that got to me was the rapey part. I could understand that I was creepy. I do come off as creepy. I also do realize that I do, in fact, have a face. So I am creepy and I do have a face. Pervy? Well, I wouldn't consider myself to be a pervert, but could I come across maybe pervy? Well, I kind of figure if you're creepy, you're most likely a little bit pervy too. So I didn't really agree with the perviness as much as the creepiness, but fuck it, I was willing to let that one go. But rapey? Really? Does this face say I'm gonna rape you? I mean, I'm not a rapist, and how the fuck is my face gonna rape you? I mean, if I was a rapist, wouldn't I have just raped her instead of sending her a stupid-ass fucking note and putting it in her fucking locker? No. The reason why I was a creepy, rapey, pervy face was because I was shy and insecure, and I thought she was a fucking princess. Yes, I did. And all those guys that she dated because she wouldn't date me, the guys that weren't creepy, rapey, pervy faces, that cheated on her, broke her heart, used her for sex, and wrecked her life. I'm glad, you know, you liked their face, bitch. But I've gotten over it, I really have. But fuck you saying my face is rapey. Or even saying that I'm a rapist. Fuck you, you bitch. That really just stuck with me for years. I mean, really, I didn't give it much thought. I just based a YouTube channel on it. So anyway, we got off topic. That's what's kind of cool about this, though. I mean, I got to drive. I can just kind of ramble. I think you all will get to know me a little bit better. But, I mean, soon I'm going to be at the store, and I can't go in there being all pissed off because I'm thinking my face is rapey. My face better not be raping people. So that is why I disagree with that comment from yesterday's video. It's because my identity, I think I've established that now, that no, I do not get my self-identity from my job. I don't. I mean, maybe I do on some subconscious level that I don't know about. I won't rule it out. But I don't think that fear of losing my job is the fear. I mean, I actually wish I would lose my job. I do shit to try to get fired because then I don't have to quit. I mean, I did do a video too where I said I don't like breaking up. Well, quitting a job is just as bad as fucking moving out of an apartment. I still feel like I am the one doing the breaking up. So I do everything I can to get fired. I've been fired from, well, most of my jobs. The last job I got fired from, I hated that job for a good 2 years before they finally got up the nutsack to fire me. And I had to do a bunch of shit to get fired. I had to call the boss's daughter at 2:30 in the morning, drunk, and call her a cunt because she wouldn't let me come over and fuck her. Now, to get the full story on this one, this bitch was the boss's daughter, so she'd always come into the gas station I was working at, because she's the boss's daughter, which I mean made her like an upper management person. She'd do paperwork for the office and shit. So she'd come in and get her paperwork for the previous days, and she pretended to be my friend. Like, we would talk. She was a smoker, but hid the fact, so we'd go behind the building, we'd smoke a cigarette, and it was like a little secret. And I would text her, look, did you see that? That's a mistake. Fucking this one chick, I fucking sent her love letters in her locker. This other chick, I was texting. Do we think that there could possibly be something wrong with that? Maybe when I like a bitch, I should just go up to her, not at 2:30 in the morning and drunk. I'd just be like, hey, am I gonna waste a bunch of time by like, or I mean, are we smoking just because you know, you bummed a cigarette off me and so you're being polite, or does this mean we're gonna fuck? And maybe I can save some fucking time. But I don't. I fucking think it, overthink it, and then I'm like, well, when we smoke, she looks at me a certain way, and then I text her, but when I text her, I mean, it's bad if you text a chick and tell her how you feel and don't man up to it. I mean, it's much better to do it in person. At least it shows you got some nuts, right? You know, just like, so, yeah, I loaned you that cigarette. Does this mean we're going on a date now? And then she can be like, no, and you're like, well, fuck you, give me that cigarette. At least you get your cigarette back. But you text him, what are you doing? You're putting yourself in the friend zone right away. First off, you're putting yourself in the friend zone. Especially if your first text isn't, I'm a pussy who can't say this face to face, are we gonna go out? Now, most likely, 99.9% of the time after that text, you're gonna either get totally ignored and then she just doesn't talk to you, or she's just gonna say, no, I don't see you that way, but you're a good friend. Well, bam, right there, first text message, you've been put in the friend zone. You know it. Now you know where you stand. And that's the problem with texting a chick or talking to a chick for any amount of time and not getting to the point. And it's a problem for borderline men, I can tell you that, because borderline men are very insecure. They have and well, We all know how much the women love to drop their panties for an insecure guy looking for attention, right, ladies? I know you're out there. Am I making you wet right now? Well, probably, because right now I have more confidence than if we were actually to see each other. Right now I can be like, yeah, I know I'm making you wet because I'm being upfront, and I got confidence about it. Yeah, I'm an insecure motherfucker with a tiny dick, but I'll fuck you if you want. You know, at least I'm getting to the fucking point, right? Instead of trying to be your friend. Fuck. This road's so windy. Hold on, we gotta speed up. You guys might fly away. This guy's getting pissed I'm going so slow. Fucking mount that fucker if we're going to continue to do this. Alright, I'm sorry for the steering wheel view, but this is about the only... I live in a very I live on the Oregon coast. And if you're familiar with the Oregon coast, it's very windy. It's just mountainside. It's up and around and up and around at really sharp angles. And well, the speed's 55, but everyone wants to go about 65, 70. So, well, here, I'll just show you guys what we deal with. See how windy this shit is? And it just keeps being windy. I mean, you can see the area we're in. So the camera keeps wanting to go fly away. Now I can do this where I hold it, but then you're going to get shaky cam. I mean, you probably are already. Well, anyway, I'm going to put this on hold for now because, well, I got to drive and I got to figure out a way to mount this so that maybe, but we will continue, and I'm almost there. So, well, thank you guys for listening to me ramble, and hopefully you got something out of it, and hopefully you comment, and maybe your point of view on certain situations will give me something out of it. Maybe we can grow together as a community. Alright, well, I love all of you, and until next time, stay safe, love yourself, try not to be too depressed, and just know that I love you and care about you, and I'm here for you. Alright, bye.